It wasn't a year later. You came back as Simon in an episode, Demons. And this was a very different kind of character with a very different. I mean, there was still gold oppression there, but there was also an internal oppression in this particular society. What do you remember about Simon?
Well, yeah, I like the fact that he was different than Hanno. I like the fact that he was on the other end of the spectrum in terms of bravery, his
Right.
weakness, and trying to do things in a spiritual fashion, and trying to really protect the innocent, but not having the strength or courage to do anything about it. Um, that was an interesting one in terms of my journey in getting the role. Is that I did the drive to Vancouver all night in the winter, and I got there. I arrived at a friend's place at about 3, 4 in the morning, and I went in. I had my bike. I had a bunch of stuff because I was going to stay there for a while. I was hoping to do some auditions in Vancouver. I went into my friends and I said, "Do you think my bike's okay back out there in my van? Should I bring it in or lock it up or something?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, it's not really a great neighborhood." I went outside. My van was gone. Everything was gone that I had. I was in my socks. I had a t-shirt, jeans, and I had the sides for the audition for Stargate in my pocket, fortunately, because my audition was at 9 o'clock that morning. So I went in, I borrowed some boots and a coat from my friend, and I went into this audition. But my mind was just like, all my stuff is gone. All my clothes, like
Your
tools,
car.
my writing is a van, yeah, full of stuff. I was planning on staying there for a month. And so I think Peter DeLuise saw the desperation, and he wanted that type of energy within the character. So I think it really helped. And then he said, "Oh, well, you cut your hair, and of course I do like my hair." So I said, "Sure," and I let them. When I got there, all I was so excited because it was really something I needed a break after that. And they shaved my hair, and I kept one strand. You never really see it in the
Oh,
show, but
really?
but Peter was great, and he really, really kept me relaxed through the experience, and I enjoyed it. I do a lot of studying in theology, so I always like to learn a little bit more about spirituality and Christianity and things like that. I'm just fascinated by it. So I loved.
It's where we come from. I mean, there's a religious background to all of us. You go far back enough.
Yeah, and of
So,
course it has that medieval feeling too,
mhm.
which is the dark ages and all that. So the set was fantastic. They really built that whole town there. That it was just a great place to work. And of course, we were also working within the forest areas of North Van, and I really enjoyed that experience. And of course, coming back to the Stargate family there and being so welcomed there was excellent.
The Deloise, that was his second season working on the show. Just one of my favorite people. Period. Um, that particular episode was the second time we had seen an Unas before, so that was kind of cool. And I can't imagine what it was like for that guy under that suit with the makeup and everything else. Um, what was it like dealing with? Did you have any issues dealing with the environment and out of doors? I meant to ask you this on Cora as well. Being up in the mountain and in the forested area there, were there any days that just shut production down?
No, we were really lucky there. I've had
Yeah.
that happen on Outer Limits experiences where suddenly the rain comes, and you can shoot to a certain amount in the rain, but after a while, you lose it. It becomes all grain across your screen, and sound gets really bad, and so forth. But no, that worked out really well. It was all beautiful weather. I enjoyed just the transition and arc of Simon,
Mm.
going from a character that's so afraid, so oppressed, and finding those steps with the team to find some courage and to be a part of change, again, in some ways, freeing, um, freeing the team and being a part of that, freeing the society from tyranny. That seemed to be a theme that carried over from Hanno in some way.
No,
Um,
and a much more active participant in the transformation in this change as well. You know, Laura Minnell played Mary, and she was someone who Simon had agreed to at least a year before to assist with or at least to help watch after, you
yeah.
know. And she is, when we come upon the village, has been selected because of her. I think she had chickenpox, if I'm not mistaken,
That's right. Yeah.
to be taken by this thing, you know. And he's got to do something to stop it. And then we've got SG1 to come in and help, you know, shift
Yeah.
things around a little bit.
Medieval days when, when they would identify a witch, right?
Correct.
The society would, oh, let's get rid of her. And
Right.
hopefully,
Exactly. But I love this episode because it shows those shades of gray where even when you have an evil person like the canon doing evil things, uh, when the chips are down, you look to Simon, and the Unas is coming after them, and Simon's still protecting his leader despite he's physically standing between the Unas and his leader, despite whatever this guy has done to him or his family or the people he has loved in the past. The hero, you can't deny the heroism of this guy. It's truly it's truly defined right then and there. You know, when the chips are down, he rises to the occasion.
yeah, and learned. It's a learned thing because he sees in the Stargate team that courage and their understanding of what his society is starts to dawn on him a little bit more. I don't think he loses his faith, which is the
Mm-mm.
reason why he would protect his leader because
Mm-hmm.
it's so intrinsic. And in a dark world, what else do you hang on to? You
Mm-hmm.
really need something that says to you, okay, there's better life beyond
Mm-hmm.
this horrid experience that I'm having. And so you attach yourself to that faith, and it's that faith that gets you through those times that are tragic or horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so Simon had that, at least, as a basis for his bravery, that
Mm-hmm.
if he is going to step into the realm of danger, he's taken care of spiritually.
Well, it's one of my as a Christian, it's one of my personal favorite moments of the show when Theona says, "Your God has abandoned you," and he stands tall and he said, "My God is with me always." And you know, in his heart of hearts, he's spiritually a rock, no matter what happens to him. In the physical, it's one of my favorite moments of the series. You know, someone who is truly exercising all the best parts of himself to save the people that he loves in an unjust situation.
And it's interesting, the themes are, you see, the imprisonment in
Mm-hmm.
Rye, and then you see the imprisonment in demons as well. And
Mm-hmm.
so that finding getting a freedom finding freedom, and then there's the larger metaphor of us being imprisoned here on the planet, and how the gate is a way out, as a way to go beyond what we feel restrained to. uh,
Correct.
that I saw that, thought that was kind of interesting, that both those episodes had that element in there.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. It's our goal to share a new Stargate story every day while we're on break. Please feel free to subscribe to future episodes here on YouTube. And if you have Stargate friends who might like this clip, let them know about us. Be sure to visit dialthegate.com to view the complete archive, as well as transcripts from past interviews. I'll see you on the other side.